Hi everybody, welcome to Creative Eye Photography. We're some little blog video, something different we're doing. So I got Quincy here. He's the owner of Spycraft Digital Media. So Quincy, a little backstory on him, he's an aspiring photographer, he's an aspiring videographer. So I'm here to discuss a couple images with him, ask him a couple questions. How you doing, Quincy?
I'm good, man. How you feeling?
Can't complain. So our first thing we're going to talk about is it better to be talented with something or obsessed with that something? So let me get your opinion. What do you think, Quincy?
You know what? I think it's good to be. An obsession could be good, but talent can take you far. I mean, talent can take you. It can take you places. It can open up some doors of opportunity for you just on raw talent alone. You know how it is. You can be obsessed with something, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be good at it.
All right. Maybe you said that because I am the complete opposite. I think it's more important to be obsessed with something than to have raw talent. And I'm explaining to you why. Okay. Right now, how hot is it? Like 96 degrees outside.
It's hot.
And we're outside shooting a YouTube video. So that's what I mean, because we're obsessed with getting the project done. Yeah. It's exactly the passion. So when you're talented, you can look at something like, I get out there eventually. I mean, I know when I get out there, I'm gonna take some bangers.
Right.
So I ain't gotta worry too much about, I get out there when I can. It's too hot outside, I ain't going outside. But when you're obsessed with it, that's what I'm talking about. So let me just show you an image real fast.
All right.
So, sorry we don't got the iPad, but you will be able to see him on screen. This is the first image. Now, by my standards, it's not a great image, okay?
Gotcha.
What do you think of that image?
It's interesting. I mean, it's definitely, I like it because it looks like it's captured in a moment. I believe, is that a hummingbird?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
A female ruby throat hummingbird.
Is it? And it looked like it was maybe holding on to caterpillar.
So it just got done feeding off for a bird feed, and I caught it as it was flying in. Now, y'all know about my standards, that's not a good image.
Yeah.
But I was obsessed with getting such a good image. Now, y'all may know I am a pretty talented photographer, but what I mean by the obsession, I went out every day in 97-degree weather until I got the hummingbird. So now, same. I believe it was the same hummingbird because it was a male and a female that I seen. Now, what do you think of this image?
Now this image, that shows a degree of talent.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that what got you there was the obsession, but this shows, some skill.
Yes. Okay. Now you have to be skilled at what you're doing with the goal, with the drive to do it. 100%. But just on the wrong aspect of one or the other. If I know I'm talented, I'll get them eventually. But that wasn't good enough for me. I had to go out every single day until I got that image.
I got you.
Now I'm gonna show you another image. So this little backstory about my weekend. My week rather. I was at Oakland, New Jersey, and Oakland, New Jersey have a couple places. Now, if you're a photographer, please go to Ocean City's Walking Center. It's on top of a bridge. I love it. It's on top of the trees. So I'm gonna show you the image I got of small blue heron on the very top of the tree. Now, yes, that takes a degree of time. But as you see, I got my big 500, which you can't really take a bad picture of. You gotta do a point to image. I have shooting on right now with R5. That's what we're catching the video right now. So how
far away were you?
I was about maybe 30 meters away.
30 meters.
Yeah. But this lens is 500. Is a 500 millimeter prime. Okay. On top of the R5, which allows me to go into crop mode. So I was actually in crop mode in that image. So I'm gonna just tell you. So what I mean by obsession versus talent, because I know that I am a talented photographer. Okay. But when you are obsessed with something, it was 97 degrees outside, and I don't know if you ever had to deal with green-head flies. They're the worst. There's nothing that really get rid of them. I just discovered khaki shoes that keep them at bay, but there's nothing to get rid of them. They will bite you over and over and over again. It's just the worst. So you talking about 90-degree weather on top of a bridge, higher up, and it's hot outside. You got the sun beating down on you, no shade at all, and
light.
No.
This is
No.
Yeah.
Hand holding that all day. It's hot outside. I'm getting bit by green hand flies, which I'm gonna put an image up on green hand fly right now so y'all can just see the terror that this fly is. But just the sheer wanting to go out. I know a lot of very talented photographers. I actually have a friend who's a very talented photographer. He does not talk to me.
What kind of reminds you of Ben Simmons? You got talent, but you don't want to play basketball.
Precisely. So that's kind of what my take on it is. You really want to be obsessed with your craft. It's funny, I actually had the opportunity and pleasure to talk to Brian Dawkins, and he talked about passion. Which is, let's say this is actually a better word than obsession. But he said that when he went to play football, the passion was him. So, to me, even before I had this big 500 prime, I was out renting the land every week to go out and take pictures. Or I was using my 7200. But I was so passionate and obsessed with going out taking beautiful images that allowed me to get the pictures. Now I'm gonna show you a couple more pictures, and you tell me what did he actually see about these pictures? So that's also a little blue heron. Yeah. It was out at the same place I explained, Ocean City, and it was on top of a tree. And I knew he was going to come back there because he came back there 3 times. But I had to wait. And if you're a wildlife photographer, you know wildlife photography is about waiting.
Yeah.
You're out there for 2-3 hours at a time just waiting. So I woke up at 4 a.m. And I didn't leave until 9:45. And now you're like, oh, 9:45 is not that bad. But when you're on top of a bridge in 96-degree weather, it is that bad. No seats, just top of a bridge holding this lens, waiting for the birds to come.
It's a great shot. Was that like a nesting area, anything like that?
Yes. So that's where they nest at, and they have their young, and they feed their young. Please check out my YouTube video before this one came out, because you will see how the young attack their parents for food. It's hilarious. Like they'll hold on to their bill until the parent spits up the food, and they will not let it go. It's really like mind-boggling how I'm like, I feel bad for the parents. But another shot that I kind of want to talk to you about, this shot right here, okay?
Yeah.
And this is a green heron, and this is at John Hines Wildlife Refuge in Philadelphia, okay?
Okay.
Now let's talk about this shot for a second. What I mean by obsession. I tracked this bird around John Hines Wildlife Refuge. It has a walk called the Wetland Loop. It is a 3.5-mile walk. I tracked this bird every day for about 3 months until I found it. Now, you're talking about walking across the 3-mile loop every single day. I went there for about 3 months straight until I found it.
Now, how far had you been from this shot right here? How long?
So, actually, it wasn't far at all.
Okay.
I had to take my camera out of crop mode and actually had to back up. That's how close it was. So it wasn't far at all. In fact, so I was taking pictures of. I seen the little blue heron. The picture was terrible. I'm not even going to show it to y'all. I might just for the funny of it. But I took the picture of a little blue heron, and it was so far away from me that I couldn't really get a good image of it. So I said, you know what? I'm going to just take pictures of turtles.
Gotcha.
So I was taking pictures of turtles. I'm looking down, taking pictures of turtles, and I just happened to look up and cut my eye, and it was sitting right there on the log.
Nice.
Now, mind you, I had went every single day for about 2 weeks straight, looking for that bird across the entire wetland. And then that morning, he was right in the beginning of the wetland loop. So I didn't have to walk at all.
Nice.
But that's what I mean by just being obsessed with something. It's like, or passionate about something.
Yeah.
When you're passionate, you want to keep going.
Yeah.
Even when you're tired, even when it's hot outside, even when it's cold outside. A lot of wildlife photographers know that it's best to take pictures in the winter and fall and spring versus the summer, because you have to deal with heat haze. If you never had to deal with heat haze, it's the worst. So the heat haze it's depending on how far the bird is.
Yeah.
You ever see like how the asphalt, you see the waviness?
That wavy stuff. Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's heat haze.
Jeez.
So no matter how close you are to the bird, no matter how fast your shutter speed is, no matter how sharp your lens is, if that heat haze is between you and your subject, you will have a blurry image. Also, with these big prompts, inside this, you got a pretty far. I can stick my hand pretty far, and I'm not touching the front element. You have heat haze inside of the lens, and inside here.
Amazing.
So if you don't know that,
right,
you're like, why am I not taking the sharp images? Because the heat haze is actually in here.
Yeah.
That's actually more of a winter problem, but heat haze is a photographer's problem. But yeah, so it just kind of the obsession and passion of something just moves you to want to go out and take the image.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what so into, with your craft, what do you think owning a business? Do you think being talented at what you do with your business, and you're kind of hurting my spill on it, or being obsessed and like, I got to get my business running?
Yeah.
What do you think is better?
You know what? I think being obsessed and being passionate is better when it comes to that aspect of things, especially because a person can have a talent, and sometimes when you think of talent, you think of someone that has a natural ability or a gift sometimes of just automatically being able to do something on call if they wanted to. Obsession goes a little deeper than that. When you're obsessed with something, it's something that you feel really strongly about, you're even willing to do it for free if need be. And so as I'm listening to you explain things about the conditions in which you took these pictures and stuff like that, and it does. Wildlife photography is something that you would definitely have to be obsessed with, passionate about, because you have to put in a lot of sweat equity and work before you want to see any results. But I do think that when it comes to the world of business, passion, obsession, that drive is always good. You should, whatever it is you're doing, you should do something that you would do for free.
Exactly.
If but the talent, and talent is good. I mean, but talent comes in certain areas where talent comes into play, and it works and it's good. But it's not the thing that, and in the world of sports and any other place, talent is not always the thing that gets you over the top.
Exactly.
It's normally the person's drive, their hard work, and their obsession with something.
Their personality.
So
kind of going in, we're going to segue, we're going to kind of close out in a little bit, but kind of going into what you said, even when they said personality, okay? When you have a good personality, people want to help you. So if I can give any advice today, I would say always talk to random people. So the reason I found out about the Ocean City Walk-Up Center is because some random person told me about it. I was just happened to talk to them and was like, oh look, this is the image I took. Pretty cool, right? And it was like, oh wow, have you ever been here? I said, no. They said, oh, you should definitely give it a shot. So I'm actually going to put all of the geotags of the locations that I've been to this last couple of days, so you can see it's great to go out there. You'll see young fletchlings. You'll see a lot of juveniles of green herons, the black crowned night heron, the yellow crowned night heron. So I'm going to put a lot of images up on the screen so you can see some of the images I captured this week. Thank y'all so much for coming out. Quincy, thank you so much for joining me on this discussion. Y'all have a wonderful day.